9 clicks, and then I can go. Look for establishing evenness in our seated position and in our breath. Samasriti. So just gently support your spine with your hands on your legs. Bring a little toning into your low belly. And then just be very still for a moment and make sure you listen to what your body's telling you right now. Is there any part of your body that you need to reset? Take a moment to do so if you feel something not quite right, so that you can be at peace. And then evening breaths. Inhale, exhale. And let's gradually increase the length of the inhales. That's the warm part of the breath. Inhale a little longer. And then we'll exhale a little longer too. Inhale, warming. Through the nose, a gentle sound. Exhale through the nose, gentle sound, grounding. Stay relaxed as you gently stretch your own breaths a few more times. So you might breathe 3 more times or 5 more times, all good. But try to balance the in breath and the out breath. Feel your body and your brain soften into this organization of breath. Feel your face and your hands relax. Begin one last journey through that invitation to lengthen your inhales and to balance the exhale. Let it keep on going. Feel that energy ground into your belly center. And then open up your eyes. Inhale, sweep up the center line of your body with your hands and reach up to the sky. Keep inhaling, keep reaching. Exhale, hands together down the center line and lightly fold forward. Elbows to the legs or floor, or not all the way down, is fine. Just a little forwardness with the hands at the heart to come together, heart and brain. Tuck the chin, stretch your neck, shoulders down your back. Last time, complete the breath. Inhale back up. And exhale, release your arms down. Take up your left arm and gently bring your head over to that side. Just let your ear come towards your shoulder with a little gentle support from the arm. The other shoulder relaxes downward. Feel that centering into your belly center. Exhale one more time. And come out carefully. Release your arm down. Pause for breath. And go to the other side. Ear towards the shoulder. Some very lightweight, gentle support from your hand. Your head resists the weight of the hand. Just drop down your left shoulder. Relax your eyes downward today during practice. Developing downward focus, grounded focus. And last breath. Inhale, come up slowly and carefully. And release back to tabletop position. You can do that in your own way. And arriving there on tabletop, but when you are ready now, another breath or so to refine, ground, find the uplift in your low belly and a nose gaze. So it's down the nose, even if you have an upturned nose like me. Go nose gaze, gently develop your cow spine. A little reach forward with your heart. The low back steady and still. Focusing on stability. One more breath with that gentle extension. And then go into flexion of the spine. Tuck your tail first and let your whole spine round through the upper back and head all the way down. Breathe 5 times into that roundedness. A little Mula Bandha energy draws up the legs from the ground. You might observe that your breath might do different things in different poses. Just try to keep it steady. And taking one more breath like this. And then release to neutral. Reach your front on your right arm forward and your left leg back. So you can do any adjustments you need in the remaining limbs. An attitude of being able to do this. Firm your muscles as you reach your limbs. Feel your brain work on that cross-body movement. One more breath. Reach, lengthen, and bring it on down. And pull back to child's pose. Relax your head and your arms. Deep breathing continues. Let your hands soften when we're not bearing weight on them. Let them relax open. Exhale again. Inhale, table. Exhale, downward gaze. And then inhale again and reach the opposite limbs. Left arm, right leg. Point the toes. Firm and reach opposite away from center. Grounding your other hand into the earth. 4th breath. And the 5th one to grow a little bit or just think about it. And to come down, hand and knee. Back to child's pose. Drape your arms this time. Let your shoulders hang. Rest your head downward. Breath into the back of the body. One more time. And coming up to downward facing dog pose. Rise up, spread and set your hands, spiraling outward. Tuck under your toes, lift your knees, lift your belly and your hips way up high. Come to the balls of your feet, and then lower your heels. Lift your heels and lower. Find that, just a rhythm of up and down with the legs. Developing that pike in your belly. One more inhale, pike it up, and exhale, legs down, head down. But the belly keeps the uplift. Taking the 5 breaths in the pose to come to a place of ease while building your stamina. Last breath out. Keep it grounded today as you step forward, hands and feet to the floor, knees bent to accommodate that. And exhale, fold forward slowly. Release your head all the way towards your legs. And then inhale, use your legs to stand up. So the bend in the knees, the pressed in the feet. We can mindfully use our legs to get us up onto our feet. Release down to your heart center. Looking at mountain pose, very important pose. We can't stand on our heads if we can't stand on our feet. So we take the feet hip distance apart for mountain. And really close your eyes and focus on both feet. So you let the feet spread, let the toes spread and ground, touch the earth. And then lifting up the arches a little bit, just give that invitation to your body. Gently firm the muscles of the legs around the bones, a little lift of the kneecaps. And draw up to your belly center. We've already been practicing grounding into the belly center. So here we engage it lightly and have the pelvis balanced. So you take your hands to your pelvis for a moment and just feel, not tucking it under or sending it back, but just neutral. And then hands to your low front ribs. Feel a big breath in. And that out breath, grounding the front ribs together and down. Keep breathing as you become aware of your rib cage and shoulders and let them be soft. Bring down your arms again. Soften shoulders. Shoulders resting. Are they rolled forward or back? We want to find neutral shoulders. And then centering our skull, having a long neck. And bring your hands up to your top of your ears and just try to level out your ears and eyebrows. We're all pretty much have that proportion. And then to go ahead and take up your arms. So maybe there's just some ease. It's okay if your arms aren't straight or not high. But if they will, go all the way straight up with the shoulders staying down. Feel the whole thing, 5 breaths. Use the low ribs down to protect your lower back. Navel towards the spine, 2. If I counted to 100, will we be able to stay here? Probably not, but let's just take one extra breath. You can stay. It's good strength to have. Excellent. And bring it on down with your arms. Take one more breath. Mountain pose, Tadasana. It is all Tadasana. And let's reach up to the sun. Breathe in. Exhale to forward fold. Slowly breathe so you have time to come to each shade gradually. Inhale, extend, lift your head, lengthen your spine. Exhale, right leg back. Come to the high lunge. Have a moment to come into that shape and bring down your back knee. Rise up and twist gently, carefully, so it can be very light. If you want to hook your elbow, you may. You want to keep the practice positive for your body. Let your body tell you where that is and respect it. And carefully undo the twist and bring back your leg. Come to upward dog, spread and fan open those hands. Stretch your belly. Stay on your knees for this first one. Shoulders roll back and a downward gaze. One more breath. Little tail tuck, a little mula bandha. And then awareness to the belly as you come to table and step it up to downward dog. Always okay to do the quarter dog, knees down. And this is our play bow. Let your heart reach a little towards the floor with each breath out. Make space for your inhales and then soften downward into your exhales. Last time. Uplift in the belly helps you step your right leg forward. High lunge, bring down the back knee. And rise up. Little bit of a twist. And keep going if it feels good. If it's working for your body, your leg resists the arm if you hook your elbow. Take 5. Use your breath and concentration to create stability. 4th breath. Exhale, soften and release back to center. Inhale, step forward and halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Keep a downward gaze this time as you reach up your arms. Untrain your brain. And then exhale down into your heart center with your hands. Feel your mountain. That's the first place. Again, arms up when you're ready to breathe in. Keep a downward gaze. Reach up. Reach down. Breath with sound. Determination. Evenness. Half lift. Inhale. Exhale. Left leg back first. High lunge. Stay in the lunge. You can use your knuckles to come up a bit higher. You can have your back knee down. Low neck. Mula Bandha. One more breath. Then spread your hands. Take your leg back. And shift forward to plank pose. And shift back to downward dog. Do that 5 times. Shift forward. Start with your feet. And then pull back by pressing into your hands and feet. Pull forward, push back, pull forward, and push back one more time. Take a deep breath. Nice uplift in the belly, left foot forward, high lunge. Relax your neck, long neck. And 5. Press your back foot, step forward, and half lift. Fold forward slowly for 5 breaths. Take your favorite variation today. Hold your elbows or your big toes. Let your breath slow down in this pose. The knees bend as much as they need to. Last breath, feeling that super groundedness of all your weight down into your feet. Exhale one more time. Release your hands to your pelvis, bend your knees and press your feet. Stand up, use your legs. And exhale. Looking at balasana pose today with the feet a little wider than the hips. It's a squatting position. So taking care of your body and your knees. First, we're just starting by bending and maybe just resting arms on the legs. Take care of the low back as well. So if your knees are okay with going lower, you can try just lowering down. Let your hips and knees tell you when to stop. Take 5 breaths, whatever your squat looks like. My hips don't want to go very low from this position. So work with what you got. Exhale, just be low for you. And then a press into those legs to come on out. And come into star pose, which is a very soft pose. It's non-striving. It's like you're floating with your arms gently floating up, reaching. Let your legs come apart just a little more. Close your eyes if you can, or keep a downward gaze. Feel the energy of your body. Feel your prana. And then the aparna is the exhale energy, bringing us out of the pose. Step to the right on your mat. Come to triangle pose. Turn out your right leg, angle your back leg. Breathe in, reach your arms. Breathe out, over and down. So we learn some core poses like triangle, and we can come into it with economy. Let's explore it today. Spread your feet. And lengthen both sides of your waist. One more breath. Remember to anchor into your belly with your exhale so that you come up protecting your body with that strong front. Turn the legs, stretch the arms, breathing in, breathing out when you're ready. Feel the strength of your legs, that stability as you come over and down. Land where you land, and take your gaze not all the way up, but just forward. Arrive, feel that sense of ease as you stay. Concentration. Lengthen both sides of your waist. And exhale into the belly center. Breathe in, come up. Add your knee bend, warrior B. So I'm gonna work my feet a little further apart to make room for this pose. So we get nice and low, hips to the side, arms reach, head turns. Keep your eyes low in practice today. Whenever I remember, see if you can remember. We'll just shake up our patterns a little bit. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, energy, straighten the leg and turn your feet, turn your gaze, come on down. Work your way into your lowness. Turn your head, float your arms. Last breath. Inhale, straighten and turn. Stretch your arms wide, wide parallel feet. And exhale, bring your hands to your pelvis. Inhale with a long spine. Exhale to the forward fold. So you may bend your knees first and then straighten them later if you like. Guide your pelvis forward. This is B variation where you hold your front hip points with your fingers and press away from you, your pelvis, so your spine gets longer. And if you can, release gripping in your feet. Uddiyana Bandha, uplift in the low belly, reminded by your fingers. Just one more breath. Inhale, lengthen, lift up a bit. Exhale, reach your head towards the floor. And inhale to come up. Firm your legs, press your feet, rise up. And breathe out. Turn your right toes towards the corner of your mat. Come over into side lunge for a hold. You can come to the floor or just rest on your bent knee. Change your back foot if you need to, or just keep it where it is. 3. Feel strength from your foot to your hip on that side. And this one leg squat, exhale. Press, breathe in, come up and change the feet. Bend, come on over, take 5. Downward eyes. Gently and gradually lengthen your inhales again. And exhale last time. Breathe in. Work your way to the top third of your mat. Tadasana. So you really need mountain to explore a tree. Today is Arbor Day. Let's try a few tree pose variations. So have your support, a chair or a wall if you need it at any point. We'll start with the low branch, so you can always practice this if you don't have support and you need it. So mountain, remember all of that. And shift the weight into your right leg. Stand up tall. And keep your toes on the ground. Just turn your left knee out to the side. Bring your foot to rest on the ankle. Both arms out with the palms pressing outward. Gently stretch your wrists. Think of all the different kinds of trees there are. Third breath, downward eyes, steady spot. And exhale, change to the other side. Low branch, arms out, downward eyes. And last breath. And release your arms and your legs. Back into the right leg to come around the knee. So you can keep using low branch just fine, or encircle your knee. So not into the knee, but around it. The heels above, the toes are below. Stand up tall. And take your left hand into the thumb and index finger gesture. Dhyana mudra. The other arm up, and we do a little side bend, maybe, unless you're holding on. So maybe add a little side bend. You could do that if you're holding on too. Just lean over a little bit. Playful. Just keep trying and don't give up easily. A little bend in your standing knee can help you. And just one more breath. Coming on out with slowness if you can, or quickness if you need to. So I'm not used to practicing that one on the knee level, so it's kind of extra challenging. So explore what we're used to, do our best. Dhyana mudra, other arm into side bend, or just your torso side bending. And there's no room for anything else that's not in the moment when you're here. Even just talking. Keep easing in and take one more breath. Try to come out slowly and release. Hip circles towards the right a few times. And go the other way. Feel that just rounding through both of the feet from the hips. Center. Third variation, Exasperate, tree pose. So back into the right leg, this time all the way up, or use whichever branch you want, but if you can, notch your heel right up in the top of your thigh. And have a moment for the legs to work together. Both arms up if possible, and side bend towards the bent knee. A little bit or a lot, so there's going to be some compensating. Last breath. Remember to try the slow release if you can. Sometimes you gotta pop out. Gratitude for all. Both feet down, other side. The legs work together. Arms up, side bend a little bit if you can, or just give yourself that challenge, that idea. Try to keep easing in as you stay, and just take one more breath. Come out. Mountain. Last one. Taking the right leg straight and bringing the other leg to half lotus pose or back onto the thigh. So only half lotus if it's okay. So you'll bend your knee, drop your knee downward, and draw your heel towards your pubic bone. You can stay holding on if you like, or not, and reach both arms straight up, shoulders down. Just work with your body here. None of us can do everything, so we'll all just do what we can, what's good for us. Try new things. if it feels safe. And come on down. If I need to do a half lotus workshop, a little workshop on it, we could do that sometime. Do it on Monday. So either Padmasana or leg up onto like any of the other branches. Keep holding your foot if you need to. One or both arms up, 5 breaths. This is our last one. When I am among the trees. Forest pose, doing it together. I feel your presence. One more breath. And carefully come out and release. Do a few hip circles this time. Left side first, circle around. Other way. Find your center. And let's make our way down to the earth with the sweep up of your arms and a downward gaze of breathing in. Rise up to the balls of your feet, grow, reach, and then heels down, forward fold. Go slowly. Bring down your hands, take your legs back. Bring down your knees and come to your forearms. Walk your arms out, walk your knees back, and then pop up to forearm position. Knees can stay down if you need. Draw the front body towards the center. Once more. Exhale. Bring your belly down gently. Release your feet and legs so they are long and reaching and down. Bring your arms overhead. Bring your face downward. And then spreading your hands, pull your hands back towards you as you lift your chest to seal pose. Just a little bit. You can counter pose with a little tail tuck if that gives you more space. The legs are lightly active. So we want to learn to activate without creating too much gripping around our hips and the low legs, especially the calf muscles. Lightly engaged. One more breath. And release down. Half frog pose to the right side. Bring up your right knee alongside you on the floor. You can use your blanket under it if you would like. Curl up your torso over to the right as well and relax your head. Get your body nice and soft in a yin position. Just talking about engaging the muscles of the legs. Now we're consciously letting go of our muscles. Let your muscles relax. Your breathing muscles know to keep going. But perhaps the breath feels more relaxed as well. Coming to a state of stillness. And let a breath finish. Take time with your releasing. Just gradually straighten back out and come to center. And then over to the other side. Just giving the equal attention, working with the left side of the body. Find that curving around towards the left knee as it comes up alongside you. Turn your head, rest your head. Go into a place of softness and stillness. And on this side, if you'd like to join me for a little bit of pranayama, some controlling of the breath, practicing 4-part breath, where we just even the inhale, the holding of the inhale, the exhale, and the holding of the exhale. So just keep that count really light and stay very relaxed. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, pause, 2, 3, 4. Try that again. Just try to bring your breath into a square shape, bravely floating in those pauses. Complete one more cycle, returning to a natural, even breath. And coming back to center slowly. Consciousness settles as we pause between in-breath and out-breath from the Yoga Sutras, one of the ways. Let's come on up to Cobra Spine, a little inhale, a little lift, a little heart leading. And then press on back to wide child's pose with the head resting down on your hands or your block. Relax your arms where they feel good. One more breath. Make it a nice long one. Rise up and come to your seat, perhaps putting your blanket underneath your hips for some elevation. If you'd like, or just for cushioning and comfort. And take out your right leg straight, bring in your left one, bend your knee, open to the side. Janu Sirsasana, or seated tree shape. And just come out over your leg. Lead with your heart. Let yourself do a little bit of a light twisting as you face the leg. Come on down. Draw your toes back towards you a bit, and you can connect to the floor or your leg somewhere. Exhale, re-engage your navel towards your spine. If you have forgotten that or let go of it in the yin, coming back to that engagement. One more breath out. Come up really slowly. So just by lengthening the low back. So just walk your hands super gradually back. So you come out of it very gradually. Let your extended leg relax for a moment. And then change the side. So when we take this leg out, we activate it, drawing the toes back. Take a moment with the other leg to bend the knee and open to the side. So sitting up on a blanket helps send you into the forward shape. Come on out. Gradually listen to your whole body here, where it tells you that's enough. Then let your head go down. Concentrate your exhales into your navel center. And last breath out. Slowly, slowly walking hands back. Just much slower than we normally come out. Just let yourself take plenty of time with that release. And then let us come to our backs. Have your blanket nearby, so you can start with it underneath your head. As you come to bent knees pose, using blanket if you would like. We'll do the figure 4 shape laying down. Just take a moment first to arrive on the back of your body. Feel the soles of your feet. Feel the soles of your toes. Take up your right leg off the floor. Activate, just like we had it in Hatha. Draw back the toes a bit and then bend your knee, hip to the side, and come together with the legs. So mindful, even if we do this every day, you may draw in your legs to any degree. You can just bring your foot a little closer or further away if you need it, so you find peace in the pose. Customize each shape for your body in the moment. Our body is part of what can keep us in the present. You tell your body that you're right here, you're listening. The command center focused in the third eye, calm and grounded. One more time, breathe into the shape. Exhale energy, return foot to the floor if you've lifted it, and come out with the cross of the legs. Turn out toes, arms down beside, and windshield wipers, right? Both knees to the right, over to the left, both knees. Once more each way. And return to our mountain pose on our backs and doing the second side. Come into your figure 4, activate and cross. Draw in or draw away, any degree. Work with the side of your body. If it's different, work with it where it is. Neck long, relax what you can. So relaxing what you can means your face, your eyes, your hands. The lower body's activated. And coming down with your next exhale, uncross. Turn out toes, grab your arms, both knees to the left. So we externally rotate and then internally rotate a leg. Other way, external and internal rotation. So just go all the way into your range of motion, gently, one more time to the second side. And then we can come to a twist from here, just gently spilling the legs over. Nothing really structured today, just keep it really soft. Decide if your pillow is in the way or if it feels okay, you can keep it. Turn your head. Reach your arms out at chest level with the palms up. Take 8 slow breaths. Try to keep any bony discomfort cushioned. So that the weight of your bones is a positive feeling. Breathe out once more. Roll your head to center. Ground your arms, palms down, and bring your legs to center. So starting from that windshield wiper position to the other side, and then let the legs just rest over Let the pelvis be easy. Head turns, arms chest level. Turn your head and breathe. Be soft. I'm gonna follow my own advice and cushion my skull a little bit with a little padding where you're on your mat, hopefully. Keep your eyes downward. Seven. Let's take the last breath nice and slowly. Let your belly expand. And let that wave of breath flow back down into the belly and out. Skull and head to center. And let's bring in the right leg towards the chest. Keep your left foot bent today. Optional, lift up your left leg and take it away into that one leg extended foot pose. And 5. Switch it up. Start with your right foot on the floor. Squeeze in your left knee. So use the weight of your arms to draw that leg in as firmly. And then optional to pick up right leg and let it extend away. 5 breaths. And 5. Draw both knees in. Have a few, maybe 8 breaths with your own good feeling, favorite version of 2 knees in. So any 2 knees position, happy baby pose, your own style. Just a few moments for that exploration of where that is today. Where does it feel really good? And then let's stay there for 5 more. Creating freedom in our low belly and our hips, our low back. And exhale last time. Release your legs down. Some of us have a space with a wall or a piece of furniture where we could rest our legs up. So it's a nice grounding inversion practice. You can also stay on your mat and do your shoulder stand or your legs up in the air. So go ahead and just consider your options. Work with your body. I can use my door here to sit close to and flip the legs up. So join me in that if you'd like. You can have a blanket under your hips or your head. You sit as close as you can to the wall and then carefully come to back and bring up your legs for mountain lake pose. So wherever you're practicing it, try to relax as much as you can. Attend to your axial body so your spine is centered, including your head and neck. Your neck is long. Just relax, let your arms be where they feel good. They can be on the torso, feel the breath. Overhead, by your sides, what else? If your toes get tingly up here, a little bit's okay. If it's a lot, just fold your legs and bring them lower on the wall. And we'll take about 15 or 20 breaths here in whatever variation you're in. So you can move through cloud pose and stuff if you're in shoulder stand. Just soft, gentle breathing, still through the nose. That's about 10. 5 more. Begin to bring down your legs. Do it one at a time. Roll to one side. And carefully bring yourself back up. For Shavasana, the tucked in version. So if I'm really going to rest in Shavasana, this makes a huge difference, is to use your blanket around your feet and tuck it underneath you, but leave space so your legs can relax. So your feet can go out to the side. And then just resting. You can use additional props if you need them or have them, but just let your blanket tuck into you today and see how that feels. We're getting used to air-conditioned space. It's not that warm today. You may not want this on the hottest day of the year, but just let it help you find stability and warmth, soothing the Hatha energy of the gusty, windy, growing weather. So let's have a little time with a physical grounding of the body. Let the bones rest into the earth. Let the muscles relax and also rest towards the earth, so they might feel a little slack in the muscles as they soften, like your cheeks can have a sense of that relaxing.
All right, man. Thank you.
Breath finding
Okay, bye.
its own path here. The breath is free. Let it continue to keep you alive as you let go of that organization of it. Ask your shoulders to be soft and your arms to relax out to the centers of the hands. And so that our energy can flow well, just check in with your head and your neck. Remember that long neck, mountain pose. And then just let everything be. The breath is still supporting you. Any thoughts that pass the mind, let them keep going. The physical brain resting in the skull, and a softness between the ears. allowing yourself to be truly aware. Nourishing yourself with rest. Loving yourself by taking care and practicing taking care of yourself. Being whose flesh dissolves at our glance, knower of the secret sums and measures, you are always here, dwelling in the oldest sycamores, visiting the faithful springs when they are dark and the foxes have crept to their edges. I have come upon pools and streams, places overgrown with the wood's shadow, where I knew you had rested, watching the little fish hang still in the flow. As I approached, they seemed particles of your clear mind disappearing under rocks. I have waked deep in the woods in the early morning, sure that while I slept, your gaze passed over me. That we do not know you is your perfection and our hope. The darkness keeps us near you. Follow your next impulse of inhalation to stretch that breath in and also to stretch it out. Begin to awaken the stillness into movement. Reach and wiggle. Do your own favorite letting go of stillness techniques. Acknowledging the practice and the time as you come out and return to sitting. Just let yourself feel complete for a few moments. Sitting on the rectangle of your mat, just you've shown up and done your best. Your body and mind and heart can be more at peace. And just remember that it becomes part of you. So take it with you as you move on. Namaste. Stay warm. Drink some fluids. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your Arbor day.
Have a good day, Blossom.